Hey guys, it's T-Bull here. I got some more World of Tanks console action for you today. Got a T-3400 game played on LME in here. I was just grinding the last little bit of experience I needed to get through this tank, so I've unlocked the TVP VTU. So I only played one game in. I think I had about a 2200 win rate. A lot of people complain about that tank and say it sucks. It's got no armor. So without playing it much, I think the takeaway is you don't want to get shot on it, but or shot in it. But anyway, that's one of the last games I played in this tank, and see him kind of going off my own a little bit here. Usually that's a dangerous play. I feel like you can get away with it a little bit on this map as long as you're careful and you don't get yourself into a sticky situation. Got a VK 2801 spotted here. You'll see on this gun, you gotta really let it aim in quite a bit. It's slow aim time. Took a shot there in the ammo rack. It's a really bad start. Don't want to burn your repair kit that early, but of course you can't have a damage ammo rack. You're not gonna last very long. This light tank, I'm kind of thinking in my mind, we just got to get him off the map. I'm not spotting anyone else over here, so I feel like if we can reduce the enemy team's vision, it's always a good play. If there were another tank or two over here, I wouldn't be pushing off on my own like this. Missed a shot there. I can kind of tell he's a low tier. He's a tier 6 in a tier 8 game. He looks like he's trying to stay on the edge of the map, so I'm thinking he's just trying to get through and kill the artillery. And if you can keep the artillery alive, it's always a good thing to do, obviously. Unfortunately, the start of this map I can't hit jack shit, so you're probably wondering maybe I uploaded the wrong replay here or what's going on, but he gets through at this point. I'm thinking I wasted too much time. Our team's down a tank, and if nobody else is going to spot him, then the Arty's on their own. So now I'm kind of looking at the map, thinking I want to get in a position to put some flank shots on these guys. Everyone's obviously going to be focused towards the northeast on their team, because that's where the battle lines are drawn. So this map's big enough that you can actually create these flanking plays for yourself a lot of times. Again, this is very situational. You don't want to get this far separated from your team very often, but I'm just using my pretty good spotting on this tank. I think I got coded optics and my crew's got at least situational awareness, so looks to me like I'm alright making this play. Here we spot a charioteer, and again you'll see I almost fully aim before moving the reticle onto that tank. Keep in mind, if the tank gets highlighted red, that's when that exclamation point targeted signal goes off, so just a kind of a tip. If you fully aim in and then move onto the tank, it increases your chances of getting a good shot on them before they decide to move. If they're good enough to move when they're targeted, and a lot of people don't either notice or don't care. But so we're dealing with this T-34 over here. I put one shot into him. I could tell he's still mainly preoccupied to the north, so I was keeping up the edge of my spotting range. Just barely moved into spotting range of him, but again, he's not paying attention to me, so I can pretty much just sit here. It's a little risky. I don't think I was accounting for the Arty. If you're going to sit there, that's still... The Arty can send you back to the garage pretty easily. And speaking of Arty, at this point I'm thinking we're probably pretty close to him. I don't normally try and rush Arty. You know, it's good to get him off the map if you can, but you don't want to sacrifice your attention from the main fight to do so, which a lot of people will, like that light tank earlier. All he was trying to do was kill the Arty. So here I spot him. And again, fully aiming in. Not that he's got a lot he can do, but depending on if he's got a shell reloaded, he could aim at me and actually kill me if you alert him too quickly that he's in danger. So now we're taking command of the battle. We're up 10-7. It was pretty even up to this point. And again, the enemy team is completely focused to the northeast, so I should have flank shots. We got a light tank turtle crossing. I'm finally able to hit a moving target for once, so that's when the game starts to turn around for me personally. Just a tip for if you're trying to fight light tanks that are moving horizontally. I see so many people trying to kill them with the auto aim. You're gonna miss almost all your shots if you do that. Just take a second to aim in and lead them, and you'll have a lot more success. Alright, so we dispatch him. The IS-3, I'm currently spotted, so I'm waiting for that to clear. He's just looking at me, so I don't know if he's given up at this point, or maybe he thinks I'm a lightly armored tank, and if he hits me with a one shot, he'll get another kill at least. But see, he's right at the edge of my range to be spotted at, so even shooting at him, he's not picking me up. And with the rest of the team starting to push in on him, I think he decides to do something finally. Got a spotting ticket there, but apparently no damage. Must have been a critical hit to the module or something. First shot bounced on the side. These Russian tanks, if you can hit them in the back, the engines will catch fire on a lot of them fairly easily. I don't know if he gets stuck on a rock there or what happened, but take a couple extra shots on him. At this point, we're just basically trying to get as much damage as we can. The game's obviously pretty wrapped up. I see a lot of my team, they're kind of pushing to the northwest, like that's where the last red tank is. I'm looking at the map thinking there's pretty much no chance that all four of those guys aren't spotting them, so I figure he might have slipped off to the southeast just to kind of wait out the game and be a pain in our ass. I honestly don't know where he was. He was probably in the middle of the map, and I think we spot him right here. Yeah, that's curious that I drove right by him and didn't see him. He's probably somewhere in G3, but it's a T-26 E4. He's preoccupied with the other guys, so we're just going to put a couple extra shots in the back and pick up 6-7 extra damage, so end up with 34k damage, basically no spotting, so most of the points in this game are through direct damage, and ended up being an ace tanker, so I'm still working on the TVP. That one will probably be pretty slow. I think it's stock. It looks pretty shitty, but the TVP, whatever the hell it's called, the tier 8 tank. I am interested in getting the tier 9 though, so I'll keep grinding it. But that's it for this one, and thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.